We have the Dark Flames event in Pokemon Go, and I'm gonna give you the top tips to make sure you guys can max out on everything going on with this new raid boss, brand new move, and everything in Pokemon Go. So welcome to the Trainer Club, here we go! The Dark Flames event in Pokemon Go is going down on Thursday, June 29th at 10 a.m. local time, and that's going to go all the way until June 2nd at 8 p.m. So this event is going to entail some bonuses, which include 25% increase on damage from raids, and for the raid battles, we are going to get 3 additional candies. For trainer levels 31 and up, you're going to get an additional XL candy for every raid battle completed. And additionally, Dark and Fire type Rocket Grunts are going to be increased all around. And we also have spawns, raids, research tasks, and more. So with all that said, let's get our top tips, starting off with tip number 1. Tip number 1 is going to be all about the spawns during this event. We do have Vulpix, Houndour, Poochyena. All of them are going to have shinies unless I say otherwise, okay? So Houndour is going to be a Mega Pokemon. So if you do want XL candy for this Pokemon, it is a pretty powerful Dark type. There will definitely be more powerful Dark types coming out in the future, including Mega Tyranitar, which should be coming out in the month of July. We're gonna have Galarian Zigzagoon, which actually is gonna do pretty well for GBL. So in the Great League, the Pokemon is gonna be ranked 69 with Counter, Cross Chop, and Night Slash at 0-14-15. And in the Ultra League, it's gonna be ranked 46 with the exact same moveset at a 0-15-13. But that's gonna be level 42, so you will need a little bit of XL candy on that Pokemon. Not only that, we are also gonna be getting Numel, and in the future, Numel will have a Mega and Camerupt. That Pokemon is going to be a ground and a fire type, but just think about this, Primal Groudon covers 3 typings, so it's definitely more worth your time, energy, and effort to have multiple Primal Groudons and then to have a couple of these other Pokemon that are already encompassed in the typing, because the Primal does hit 3 different typings for boosted XL candy. And then we also have Carvanha, and the Carvanha as well will have a Mega. That one's going to be a water and a dark type, shares the exact same typing as the Gyarados does. And then we have Stunky as well, that does not have a shiny. We are going to be getting Litwick, and Litwick does have a Calm Day. This Pokemon is a pretty powerful fire and ghost type meta attacker, and it is a budget counter, so it might be good for you guys to catch that one. Does have a shiny. We also have Litten, that does not have a shiny. And then if you are lucky, so rarer spawns, we're going to be getting Houndour, which is going to be a guaranteed 1 XL candy on this Pokemon, and is going to be boosted Stardust because it is an evolution Pokemon, so that means that we're getting guaranteed XL candy on this one. And then we also have Sableye if you're lucky as well. Sableye is going to have a Mega that's going on during this time, so we will talk about that here in a second. Not only that, this Pokemon is going to be ranked 13 in the Great League with Shadow Claw, Foul Play, and then Return. And Return is going to be the moveset when you purify a Pokemon. And the 100% PvP IVs will be a 3-14-15, which is actually capable to be able to get from purifying a Pokemon. So there will be a little bit of XL candy here, but just think about it. You are going to have to get basically a 1-12-13 as a Shadow and then purify it to get it there, because this Pokemon as a regular does outperform the Shadow too. And it's going to be at a level 48, so it will require a decent amount of XL candy. And as far as the spawns, that's everything that we have going on. There's no Stardust boosted, pretty much all Dark or Fire type combination Pokemon, which is then going to lead us into tip number 2. Tip number 2 is going to be all about raid battles. Okay, so since we do have raid battle bonuses, we're getting an additional 25% increase in XP when doing raid battles. So if you do use a lucky egg, you will get a grand total of 25,000 XP, which is pretty decent. So if you guys do want to do this, what I highly suggest doing is getting a group of people in person, because everybody can only remote up to 5 raid battles. If you guys do want additional help, maybe you don't have people that will remote raid with you, you can check the pinned comments below and jump into the Patreon. We have Premier Raiders, you can raid with me and my crew, or also there's additional help for the Premier Raid groups. If your raid group does not have enough raid passes or nobody wants to do raids, there's additional support from other raid groups that we have implemented into the Discord. So definitely something to check out. So if you think about this here, the best way to be able to capitalize on this is to do a raid, have a lucky egg on, hit best friend bonuses, and then excellent throw with an incense on, walking from raid to raid battles, and get as much XP as you possibly can on that lucky egg. Is it the most efficient or most cost-effective XP to get in Pokemon Go? No. Best friend bonuses would be that, because you can rank up for free. It doesn't cost you anything. You can open your gifts and then you can save all of those and do it on a lucky egg. And that is going to be the easiest way to get free XP combined with excellent throws on lucky eggs, especially during XP events for Calm Day. Not only that, for these raid battles, you are getting 3 regular candy and a +1 on the XL candy. So obviously the 2 raids that are going to be the most impactful for XP is going to be Mega Sableye and then Heatran. So if you guys do want to see anything about the Heatran, check it out up here. That that will be in the tier 5 raids, and it is getting Magma Storm, which I do talk about it in that video that I just mentioned up there, to see is it going to actually help it out, because it is definitely a better move than all the other fire moves that it gets, but is it going to make it one of the top fire attackers in the game, because it definitely increases its stats. So not only that, now let's get into tip number 3. Tip number 3 is going to be all about the field research. There are some Stardust boosted Pokemon in here. Let's jump in. And the research is going to be as follows. We have catch 5 fire type Pokemon, which can be either a Magmar 1026 or a Litwick 431. We have catch 5 dark type Pokemon, which is going to be a Alolan Meow 341 or a Alolan Grimer 589. And just remember that the Alolan Mouth is going to be a Stardust boosted Pokemon. So whenever you do encounter that, I highly suggest you guys give it a berry, preferably either a golden raspberry or a red raspberry, and then you run away. Win a raid in under 60 seconds can be either an Alolan Marowak or a Sneasel 786 or 879. And then finally, the best one, but unfortunately raid locked, is going to be a Turtonator with win 3 raids at 952. So obviously stack 3 of these, win 3 raids, which you can even do Turtonator raids, and then you can go on. And then we also have the research, which is going to be explore 2 kilometers for 10 Pokeballs, catch 2 fire or dark type Pokemon for 10 Great Balls, and catch 10 different species of Pokemon for 10 Ultra Balls for 3 rare candy, 3 raspberries, and 1000 Stardust. Alright, so now we're going to choose fire, or we're going to choose dark type here for stage number 2. On fire, it's going to be catch 20 fire type Pokemon for 10 Pokeballs, power up 10 fire type Pokemon for 10 Pineapple Berries, do 25 snapshots of wild fire type Pokemon, which seems like you might be able to just spam it on one Pokemon, just hit the button and then click delete, and that's going to be a Slugma encounter, 2500 XP, 15 Pokeballs, and 1500 Stardust. In stage number 3 for fire, we have purify 1 fire type Pokemon for 10 Great Balls, power up 10 fire type Pokemon for a Marowak Alolan encounter, and then evolve 3 fire type Pokemon for a Darumaka encounter, 5000 XP, 1 premium battle pass, and 2000 Stardust. And then in stage number 4, the grand finale, we have catch 20 fire type Pokemon for 3 silver Pineapple Berries, power up 10 fire type Pokemon for 10 Ultra Balls. Remember, if you want to power up Pokemon, please do power up the low CP ones, because it's going to save you a lot of Stardust, preferably at a level 1 4 times, and switch. Battle in 3 raids for a Houndour encounter. You can also stack that with the Turtonator research. And then we have 7500 XP, we have 50 Litten candy, and we have 2500 Stardust. And just as that path, it does say that you will have more fire type Pokemon with incense if you choose to use it. Now in stage number 2 for the dark type route, we have catch 20 fire type Pokemon for 10 Pokeballs, power up 10 dark type Pokemon for 10 Pineapple Berries, and do 25 snapshots of wild dark type Pokemon for a Carvanha encounter, 2500 XP, 15 Pokeballs, and 1500 Stardust. Then we have in stage 3, purify 1 dark type Shadow Pokemon for 10 Great Balls, power up 10 dark type Pokemon for a Sneasel encounter, evolve 3 dark type Pokemon for a Scraggy encounter, 5000 XP, a premium battle pass, and 2000 Stardust. And then in stage number 4, we have catch 20 dark type Pokemon for 3 silver Pineapple Berries, power up 10 dark type Pokemon for 10 Ultra Balls, and battle in 3 raids for a Houndour encounter, 7500 XP, Litten encounter, and 2500 Stardust. And then the collection challenge is going to be catch pretty much 5 Pokemon, Litten, Vulpix, Houndour. We have Numel, the Galarian Zigzagoon, and then evolve into the 3 that are in here, which is going to be a full evolution of Litten. We have the Numel evolution and the Vulpix evolution. You'll get 100 Mega Energy and 5000 XP, and this is going to be available if you chose the fire type. And if you chose the dark type, you can do basically the same thing, which is going to be the Poochyena, Carvanha, Houndour, Stunky, Litwick, and that's going to be the evolutions of Litten. Will still go all the way to the max. We have the Carvanha evolution, and then we also have the Poochyena evolution. Same exact rewards from both of them, which is 100 Mega Houndour Energy and 5000 XP. All right, so do not overlook that field research. And now let's get into tip number 4. Tip number 4 is going to be talking about the raid battles. Just remember, if you do need unique raids, make sure to complete at least one of these Pokemon if you have not already gotten it. So in the 1-star raids, we are going to be getting Sneasel, Darumaka, both have shiny, Scraggies, no shiny, if you guys do want a 100% IV. Maybe not the most cost effective, but you can go after it. And then finally, we do have Dino. Obviously, Dino I would suggest not raiding for. This Pokemon has already had a calm day, so you should have plenty of candy, plenty of XL candy, and probably a good one, 98 or 100% IV by now if you did play that calm day and you did do and listen to my tips, a lot of trades. And then in the 3-star raids, we will be getting Alolan Marowak, Flareon, Umbreon, and then Turtonator. And Turtonator is a brand new Pokemon in Pokemon Go. Unfortunately, this Pokemon is not in the wild, but it is also in the field research. So obviously, I would suggest going to the field research before you go to the raid battles. But I mean, it's an easier way to be able to find this Pokemon if you are after it, and it does have a shiny as well. And then in tier 5 raids, we are going to be getting Heatran. Remember, check out that video that I talked about. If you want the counter guide, you can check out it up here. And then in the Mega raids, we are going to be getting Sableye. Let's talk about the Mega Sableye, because although not the best Pokemon, I love this Pokemon because it is a dark and a ghost type. It is going to be a fantastic dual type Pokemon that I highly suggest you Mega level 3 at least 3 to 4 of these. Is all you have to do is do enough raids to be able to get it all the way to an evolution. Once you Mega evolve this Pokemon, then is all you have to do is put it into a folder and free Mega evolve it once per day if you don't want to spend any more money on raid passes or getting Mega energy. Or what you can do is once you do Mega evolve 1, you can set it as your buddy and walk this Pokemon. By walking it, you will get additional Mega energy only if you have Mega evolved at least one of these Pokemon sometime. It doesn't have to be that specific Mega, just that species has to be a Mega evolved once in your Pokedex, unlock the Mega, and then it allows you to walk it as your buddy and get Mega energy, 5 Mega energy per kilometer walked, which is very effective. So highly recommend you guys go after this Mega Sableye for nothing other than boosted XL candy coming from Ghost and Dark types, which is then gonna lead us into tip number 5. Tip number 5 is going to be talking about the last thing of this event, and that is going to be incense. Incense is said to boost dark or fire types depending on which research that you did go after. Do I suggest you guys use a ton of incense just because of this bonus? I do not. So I just want to make a mention of this just to make sure we are on the exact same wavelength, and that we're not like, oh, we're getting anything crazy from this incense, because we're actually not getting anything crazy. Pretty much normal, except for the most part, when we're having events and you do use incense, all the event spawns are populating the incense anyway, so I don't really get this bonus, but I figure that we just talk about it, just clear the air. So with that said, enjoy the event, get after the raids, enjoy getting extra XL candy, because now would be the best time to go after the Heatran if you do want the XL candy, because you're getting that additional guaranteed XL candy for trainer levels 31, even though we're missing out on raid hour, which is kind of a bummer. But thank you guys for being here as always. To all of my likers, comments, subscribers, Patreon members, everybody takes your support, subscription, participation to the next level. I'm gonna see you guys out in the next video. Peace.
I want to take this time to thank everybody who supports me in every facet. It means the world to me, and an extra special thank you to all my Patreons. I greatly appreciate the extra support to continue to allow me to pursue Pokemon Go full time, allowing me to create my daily video uploads in the most timely fashion for everyone's benefit. Plus, I get the amazing experience of sharing my creative processes behind the scenes and raiding all around the globe with select upper tiers. Thank you everybody for being a part of the Trainer Club. You all mean the absolute world to me, and I will see you guys out on the next video.